Hi, welcome in to Love Goddess Tarot. I'm so happy you're here today. I'm excited to do your reading. Today we're using the Spirit Animal deck, and I want you to take a moment and see which animal is calling to you today. Today's reading is going to focus on messages about who is your next boyfriend. So we're going to look at details about this person, any kind of information about their personality, what they do, how you meet, just sort of what's going on with you and this energy, okay? So group one, you have Owl Spirit. Group two, you have Flamingo. Group three, you have Stag. And group four, you have Dragonfly. The timestamps will be below. As always, trust your intuition above all else. If you feel like you want to listen to more than one pile today, do that. Take what works, leave the rest. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll see you in just a minute. Hi, number one, you started with Owl Spirit. And Owl Spirit says, you see clearly now. It's card number 43. 43 is a 7 in numerology, so if we're looking at the tarot messages there, that's the Chariot. It correlates to the Chariot energy. Is there something you're seeing clearly in terms of a move, in terms of some sort of action that you want to take? Owls are very determined. They have those beautiful big eyes so they can see things. This owl has a crown on its head, so this is, an owl who has a lot of like regal energy, is in some position of wealth or power. This can represent your energy or the energy of the person coming in. We're going to see how this plays out for you today. Owls are also a sign and symbol of good fortune, of something really positive, of some sort of blessing coming, either spiritual or material, sometimes both. Material blessings can feel spiritually great as well, okay? So, but yeah, some sort of blessing coming through. Okay, let's get started and see what we get for you today about this next person, someone you're going to date, details about them. So I think I'm going to start with, let's start with the tarot. Ooh, look what came up. 7 of Cups. And you had the 7 card. Okay, so we have more of that energy of 7s. 7 is the month of July. It can be Cancer energy. With the 7 of Cups here, this is about intuition. It's about imagination. It's also about having a lot of options, a lot of possibilities. It's really a message about dating for you. If we're talking about just being single and dating and who you're going to meet, this is about having a lot of options, and you could have choices coming up. You could be dating online. You could be meeting lots of people in the month of July. July could be a big month for you in terms of dating and romance. Now, the thing about the 7 of Cups is we're looking at what we really want. See, these are all different sort of options. Is it money? Is it, drama? Do we want like someone who's emotionally connected? It's like really you sort of picking from these cups and choosing which is most important. So I feel like this person coming in with the Owl Spirit here, you see clearly now, it's like this person comes after a time of testing or after a time of meeting people or becoming aware, like you are becoming really conscious of what matters to you. Your eyes are open, right? You see people, you know what they have to offer, you know what they don't have to offer, and you are ready to make your choice. You know what it is you want, and when you see it, just like the owl, when they see something they want, they get it, if you know what I mean. So that's kind of interesting. Let's see what else we have for you today about this person. Four of Wands. Four of Wands is reversed. Okay. Now, the Four of Wands is the 1111 card. For those of you that have that angel number or notice 1111, you know, you just always seems to look at the clock and it says 1111. You see that number a lot. That's really an indication that you are connecting with the angels. You're connecting with your true path. It's just that sort of vibrational connection that you have to God, to the universe. So we've got the Four of Wands reversed. I feel like in this instance, with the Four of Wands here, there could have been some sort of a breakup, either for you or your person coming in. This could have been like a serious relationship, maybe even an engagement, you know, some sort of disappointment, some sort of, you know, kind of like a relationship that didn't go the way you wanted it to, or this person had a relationship that didn't. I feel like there wasn't enough validation, enough appreciation, being seen, right? Because you see clearly now is the message. So I kind of feel like this person comes in after you've had an experience where you've met lots of people, or you've been in a connection with one specific person, maybe even thinking you were going to get engaged, or there was going to be some sort of kind of a commitment, a long-term relationship that didn't work out the way you wanted it to, right? And you're feeling frustrated, or you were left feeling like they didn't appreciate you. That's what I'm getting. It's like there's some sense of not feeling appreciated, and some sort of imbalance, right? But I think that this is really moving you. This reading is saying you're moving. Remember I said 7, the Chariot. You're moving on from something. You're moving towards something new. And you're seeing things clearly now. And so you're going to meet someone who sees you, who appreciates you, who, you know, kind of brings that energy of appreciation. That's what I feel like. I feel like they appreciate you. And I feel like, for like maybe recently, maybe right now, in the recent past, you've been focusing on taking care of yourself, on self-love, on, you know, figuring out who you are and what you want. And so now you're moving towards a connection with someone who you're really sure of what it is you want, okay? Yeah, the imbalance. There's the Six of Pentacles reversed. So see how she's even holding a scale. And so this is about an imbalance in relationships. So this is you moving on and letting go and moving towards a relationship with someone who is going to give as much as you give. And I feel like that's what's shifting for you. And that's what the energy of this person is. They're bringing in that balanced energy, someone who, you know, gives you as much as you give them. Yeah. Five of Swords. So the Five of Swords is really about kind of cutting your losses, knowing when it's not working. So I think there is an energy of you moving on. And this is a card in this deck where there's, you know, people leaving. It's like, you know what, I've had enough. I can't continue with this. So I do feel like this person comes in after you make some sort of decision about ending something, or just not going back to something. You know, Five of Swords can be like constantly sort of bickering, or one-upping, or it's just like a negative connection of some sort. Oh, and look what you're moving towards. You got the Lover's card. So yeah, there's a need for you to move on from a situation, either from the past emotionally to let it go, or what I see you doing is, you know, in the present or near future, making a decision to walk away from a situation that you thought was going to be long-term, but that isn't working. There isn't a respect. Someone isn't seeing you. They aren't validating you. You're working on building up that courage to see that situation clearly. And look what comes in. A perfect match, the Lover's card. You have a true love coming in. Ooh, let's get more about that. What is the advice here? I think we got the advice, but I'm just going to pull one more for you, specifically about the advice here for number one. Yeah. See, it's stop protecting something that doesn't deserve to be protected. Okay. This is about you really realizing your value, your worth, and not protecting or holding on to something. And again, another 7. Time to move on. Okay. So we have that 7. Let me get some messages for you about your person coming in. We're going to use the Goddess Oracle today. Ooh, we have Gemini, which is the Lover's card. Oh my gosh. Yeah, this could even be a twin flame situation coming in. But we have Gemini energy. We have that twin flame. We have the Lovers being pronounced. Getting that card again right after the Lover's card is really, really a strong message for you. The fall, okay? The fall is also, think about it, a time when the leaves fall off the trees, about letting go. So even if you've moved on from this situation, I think there's a part of you that needed to hear, listen, you need to see things clearly, you need to get out, you need to meet more people, time to let that back and forth go because you have something beautiful coming in. So between July and the fall, look at this, wishes coming true. You got the wish card and surprise. I feel like you're going to be really surprised. You're going to be surprised about this person. I think you're going to be surprised that your wish is actually coming true. They could be a Gemini, have Gemini placements, but also just give you that feeling of, like, look at this card, like your other half. Oh, how beautiful. Okay, let's roll the afterdice and see what other astrological signs and symbols come through about this person and your connection. Ah, of course, 7. Ah! Oh my gosh, 7 and Cancer, which is July. How amazing is that? You got lots of wands, which is Aries. Aries is about taking action, it's movement. There could be an Aries here, and we have the moon. The moon is that, it's also connected to the sign Cancer, which is back again to the 7th month of the year. You got 7, Chariot. Oh my gosh, taking action, moving on. July looks big. Cancer sign, somebody who's very emotionally connected to you is the feeling of this person. I feel like this is going to be a surprise. Now think about it too. You got the pearl. Pearls are what? Found in the water sign, Cancer. Yeah, it's Gemini Cancer energy coming through. Maybe you're letting go of an Aries, or the Aries symbol is about you. Maybe your sign is Aries. Maybe this is that action, taking action like Mars, its ruler. So, wow, that is what's coming next. Pretty amazing. Please let me know what you thought of today's reading. Write your comments below. Hit subscribe before you leave. Hit like before you leave. And this is the final week. If you want to get the discount on a personal reading, this is it. I've extended it because I had a lot of people interested and I've gotten emails. So If you want to do that, if you want to get a reading, a personal reading from me, 3-card or 6-card, I record it just like this. You can ask any love question or get general messages and see what energy comes through for you. You can email me your specific question after you make your payment. Use the links below and you'll get that discounted price, okay? So this was fun. Have a good one and I'll talk to you soon. Hi, number 2, you chose the flamingo spirit, which is number 26, and the message is embrace the in-between. Now, the thing that's so interesting about flamingo spirit is it's really a message about living in the moment, being okay with kind of that discomfort of not being in the past really anymore. It's like you know that the old life is over, but you're not in the new life yet. And sometimes this is a sign that you need to like either, you know, kind of allow yourself to feel that nervousness or discomfort, like I said, with not knowing what's ahead. Right? But opening up to the possibilities, because that's when the magic happens. Sometimes this is a message too about creativity and embracing your creativity. You've learned lessons from the past, take them with you. You don't know quite yet where you're going. So there could be a situation in your life where, you know, maybe let's say you left a relationship. And it was a serious one, or one that, you know, you feel brokenhearted about, and you don't know what's happening in the future. But it's like, it's okay to not know just now, because it's not the time yet for you to make that shift and change. So I think that there's something for you about not worrying about the past, like when it comes to relationships, like, oh God, I'm going to do that again, or I always get in these situations, you know, ... fill in the blanks. So I'm nervous about connecting with someone because I'm afraid I'll repeat those mistakes. Or if you've never dated anyone, you're like, oh my gosh, I'm kind of nervous. What will it be like to have a relationship? Maybe you've made a big life change. Maybe you're leaving your job, but you don't have a new one yet. There's this in-between state that you have been kind of drawn to for some reason. So I think it's important for you right now, just in general, no matter what comes through for your message, your love reading today, to just embrace that time, to be in that. I know it's hard, but to be in that space of openness, like, hey, I don't know what the future holds. I know what I did in the past. I know what my lessons were, but I don't know what's coming. Don't stay too long in either place. So this isn't a time to like make huge plans for the future, and it's not a time to be too nostalgic about the past, right? So for relationship energy, kind of keep that in mind as we move forward through your reading, okay? Now, 8s are a number of manifestation. So it's as if some, you know, sort of major relationship, I feel like, is coming up for you, and you're kind of waiting. You're like, okay. Or if you're in a connection, or if you've met someone recently, this is about just don't get too far ahead of yourself, and don't like obsess about what went wrong in the past too much. I know that's hard, but that's kind of what you're getting here. Ooh, look at that. 8 of Wands, beautiful. Lots of expansion. This is like shooting all these wands in the air. All these wands are activities. This is new things. This is exciting projects. This is lots of plans. Now, the thing about the 8 of Wands is we don't know where any of these are going to land. We just know they're up in the air. And it's kind of like you're up in the air. But see all the butterflies around it? So there's some sort of big transformation happening while they're up in the air. That's where the good stuff happens. And an 8. Oh my gosh. This happened in the first reading too. Wow, I'm on it today. So the first group 1 had a 7, and the first card out of their deck was a 7. So 8 is the big number for you here. Eights are about manifestation. They're connected to the month of August. It can also be connected to that Strength card in the tarot, which is all about finding that balance between being too aggressive and assertive and being too submissive. So it's like finding that balance point. And it's also connected to the sign Leo. So let's see. Got a lot coming up, a lot going forward, but you're just not quite sure what it's going to be. And that's okay. That doesn't mean you shouldn't have a lot of things going, right? Just let them go. Three of Pentacles reversed. Three of Pentacles is when it's upright. I love it because it's about finding people who are going to be helpful around you. When it's reversed, it's like letting go of anyone, like these so-called friends that aren't friends. That's what I see with this card a lot. It's like they're not your fans, they're not your supporters, they're not really cheering you on. Ooh, okay. So I feel like some of you are feeling stuck right now, or you could be letting go of an earth sign person, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. So we have two cards connected to earth energy. We have the Three of Pentacles and the Knight, both of which are reversed. So it feels slightly blocked. Is this a situation for you around work? With the three reversed, like I said, this can be that not having those people around you that are supporting you, not really working in an environment that feels good. This can feel, like I said, like stuck energy. Yeah, for some of you, I might be getting messages, even though this reading isn't about work. Some of you I'm getting, I have to just tell you that there is something about money and work here, feeling stuck, not feeling supported by your coworkers. The reverse Knight could be asking you to, it's also like getting back into the moment with the Knight reversed, which is your first message. Like if we go back to the flamingo, it's about not being distracted, not planning so much for the future, not worrying so much about what's happening. This is really about you focusing on what you do the day-to-day in the moment, like your routines, the people you surround yourself with. It's like, listen, your life is about to take off. So you want to get yourself good in your daily habits, you know, one thing at a time. It's almost like if you feel good, if you're surrounded by good people, when you connect with your partner, it's going to be clear sailing. But if you are around people that don't really have your best interests at heart, you know, who haven't been there for you, then it's going to be harder. So I do feel like you're kind of an interesting reading today, because I feel like you're about to manifest something big, but I think that before you get there, you have to kind of take care of the now. You have to take care of the immediate. That'll be different for different people. So just think about that. Let's see. You could also, like I said, be releasing an earth sign or somebody who was not committing, somebody who was just really not there for you, not supporting the things you wanted to do. You could be going through a breakup or had a recent ending with an earth sign, or with somebody who just didn't commit, you know, didn't want to build a future with you, a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. Look at that, see? The Wheel of Fortune, woo! 10. 10s are all about major chapters, ending and new beginnings. The Wheel of Fortune is cyclical. Life is about to shift for the positive. This is good luck, good fortune coming in. This is something big. That's why I said it's divine timing for you. You're in between right now, but look what's coming. God, there he is, the King of Wands. Oh my God, he could be Leo, could be an Aries. We had the Eight of Wands, and look what he's holding, the wand. Okay, so this is about when the moment strikes, you have to take action. This person, someone that's coming in, it's going to be a very positive time in your life. I love this. You could meet this person after something big happens in a positive way. Like, let's say you are looking for a new job. Let's say you're dating online, and it's just going to feel like one of those moments when the good things start to hit. Okay, they all happen at once for you. That's the message that I'm getting. It all happens at once. Maybe this has happened to you before and you understand what I'm saying, but yeah, it all happens at once. Yay! Okay, so there we have him. He's coming in. Now he's going to want to act quickly. He's not like this Knight of Pentacles. The King of Wands is a king. This is a knight, right? Sometimes knights are really about, like, they usher in new events. So all this stuck energy is about to shift, right? If you throw a lot of things up in the air, eventually one of them's going to stick, and one of them is this king. That's what's coming in for you. So you're getting away from this stuck energy. Yep. And kings are knights. They are mature. They are successful. They know who they are. They're the kind of people you want to date. The King of Wands, it could be an entrepreneur, somebody who's very financially successful, somebody who's willing to lead. He's a leader. Somebody who has a warm heart. There's a warmth to him, a passionate nature, very expressive person. Ooh, let's see what the advice is. I think we've gotten advice, which is live in the moment, be comfortable with where you are right now, release anyone who's, you know, being negative about your future. Okay. So the advice here is Queen of Swords, King of Cups. Okay, and they were both reversed. Interesting. So this is about being more emotional. This is about allowing yourself to have those moments of expression. Like maybe you've been holding yourself back in some way emotionally. This is about letting it go, you know. You know, just allowing that empathy, that compassion to show. You don't always have to think about things. There's the message. You don't always have to think about it. You can just feel it. Just feel it. Let it happen, you know? Sometimes we get so stuck in our heads that we don't let those things through, you know? Yeah. Yeah, both of these are about repressing your emotions. So the advice here is to open up, to express your emotions, okay? Because with this king, you're going to have to really act. You're going to have to show who you are. You're going to have to, you know, take advantage of that moment, that opportunity. You know, the King of Wands does not wait for anyone, okay? Definitely doesn't. Okay, so let's see what else we can get from the Goddess Oracle. Protection. So you are being protected. So just know that. This can also be like a message about boundaries too. Maybe you have to work on that in relationship. Low key with her doing yoga by the beach. So this is, and it's balance. The tree pose is about balance. So there you go. This is about being still, being in the moment, allowing the Wheel of Fortune to shift, allowing that change to happen, and to just not think too much about the past, not to plan too much for the future, because you have kind of karma. You have, it's coming through, like, it's gonna happen. You just have to be there. It's all lined up. Yeah, there you go. Now, let's get some messages from the Astro Dice in terms of the astrology. Okay, look at that. We have Taurus, Knight of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles, Pluto, transformation and change, third house, three is important, and you have the Three of Pentacles. This is your local, these are friends, these are people that you work with. Like I said, you have to release anyone who is really sort of a frenemy or isn't really on your team. And the balance message of Libra, which is all about love. She can also be that Queen of Swords, okay? That's your reading. I'm so excited for you. Please be sure to hit subscribe before you leave. It's free. Hit the like button and write your comments below. All those things are free, easy, and they really, really help me. If you'd like a personal reading, I record it just like this, 3-card or 6-card, and you watch it right here on a private link. All you have to do is use the links below to book it, to purchase your reading. Right now, I do have a discounted price, and it's ending this week. I held it over through the first week in May because I had a lot of emails and requests. So this is it for the discounted price. I have to draw the line here. So if you want to get it at the discounted price, go ahead and book it this week, okay? And if you have a situation you want, a specific question, you can email it to me, or just let me know if you'd like just a general reading, and I can see what messages come through for you about love, okay? I'll talk to you soon. Have a good one. Hi, number 3. You were drawn to the Stag Spirit energy today, and Stag Spirit is about taking the lead. It's about letting others follow you. It's about being an example. It's about taking on that responsibility in an honorable way, right? It can be that others are looking to you for that sense of security and leadership. This could be that you're bringing in someone who has those qualities. It could also be that you're at a point in your life where you need to kind of step up and take the lead. I love all the beautiful flowers in the stag's antlers. I think, to me, that looks like a dogwood, which you don't see very often. It's really, really beautiful. And this is just a majestic, mature creature, right? With, you know, the antlers are very long, so it's like there's maturity here. And the number is 13, which is a 4, and 4s are connected to stability, security, to home. So there's something coming up for you, either a need for you to kind of take action, take the lead, be the person to make the move when it comes to love, when it comes to your life. But just think about that as we look at your reading today, and we'll see what messages come through about your next boyfriend, person you'll date, the energy of a partner. Let's see what's coming through for you. Knight of Wands reversed. Interesting. Okay. The Queen of Pentacles, beautiful. Wow, 3 of Pentacles reversed. We got that bottom of the deck, Ace of Cups. We got that in number 2's reading. I think in this, well, might be in the same position. Okay, so this is interesting. Bottom of the deck, we have the Ace of Cups. We won't jump ahead, but we love that. Okay, so let's start with the old Knight over here. The Knight of Wands. So when the Knight of Wands is reversed, it's like there's someone who really wants to go, somebody who really wants to take action, right? There's a little bit of frustration here. There's something delaying their progress, right? This is about, you know, being impatient. This is about, you know, maybe a little bit too much ego, something like that. This could be connected back to your message of take the lead. This could be your frustration around relationships, around maybe a past connection with someone, could be a fire sign, Leo, Sag, Aries. It can also be a frustration from external circumstances, feeling like you don't have the people around you that are part of your team, right? The Three of Pentacles is about cooperation and support. And when it's reversed, it's about friends, usually, people you work with who just aren't on the same page. It's like, I've got to take charge because people around me are not doing a good job. That's basically what it says. And at the center, we have you. We have the Queen of Pentacles. Now, whether you're an earth sign or not doesn't matter. Just the representation of this energy speaks very strongly to the stag message. Okay, so it doesn't matter whether you're an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. The Queen of Pentacles is someone who is nurturing, who's loving, who's supportive, who's very maternal. Okay, that's that stag spirit. The rabbit at her feet here is a sign of fertility. So this is about growth, okay? This is also about caring for loved ones. It's a very motherly, nurturing energy. She loves beautiful things. She loves beautiful homes. She likes to decorate. She likes to entertain. That's the energy of the Queen of Pentacles. And she's holding that pentacle like she wants to find that security, that comfort, and she gives it to other people, okay? So I really feel like this is a message of you really embracing the energy of the Queen of Pentacles, and there's something about money or work that is going to ultimately connect you with this beautiful love, but you have to take the lead somewhere. Right now, I don't know where, the cards aren't telling me where, but it's in love, it's in relationships, and relationships can be with friends, with family, but it's in a nurturing, caring way, not in an ego way, right? The Knight of Wands reversed is that ego. The Queen of Pentacles is nurturing, comfort, solid, right? And when you embrace that energy, that's when this love comes through. And it is coming through as a new person, a new opportunity for love. They're very open, this person. They're very much ready to give and receive an emotional connection. There is a very nurturing energy. Oh, okay. All of these popped out, so I'm just going to look at them real quick. And, you know, I'm going to read them as all together, and we'll pull more cards too, but this is a lot. This is extra, but maybe you need this. Okay, here we have frustration again too with the Six of Swords reversed. This is a delay with a move, with some sort of travel. That's again right under the Knight of Wands. So there's frustration here. You want to move on from something. The Six of Swords is interesting because it's a mother and a child in a boat moving away from rough waters to calm waters. So for some of you, you might have a child. We have two symbols of motherhood and fertility. Don't have to, but that's, you know, part of it. We have the Three of Swords reversed, okay? This is overcoming and healing from a broken heart. So some of you, and this might not connect with everyone, but because these came out kind of extra, so I'm just going to read them sort of separately. This could be you moving on from some sort of pain, some sort of heartbreak with three people. Okay, this is, you know, threes are usually a some sort of infidelity, some sort of third-party situation. So someone could have been cheating. Somebody broke your heart, right? The Nine of Swords. There's a lot of stress and anxiety around you. This is mental stuff. This is not sleeping well. And the Five of Cups is sorrow. It's healing from a disappointment. Now, what I love about this Five of Cups is it's very different than the others, but because it's the cup's upright and he's embracing it. And so this shows me that after some sort of disappointment, loss, okay, you have this person coming in with the cup who's offering you new love. Okay, there's the cup, here's the cup. How beautiful. Now, also, those 4 cups in the past there, we had a 4 for you. So I feel like you're moving from some sort of sorrow, some sort of disappointment, frustration, to a new opportunity, which comes when you embrace being the leader in a situation to move on. So this stuck energy, the Six of Swords, get in the boat and start it moving, right? Be nurturing, be loving, be kind. This is what's leading you to love, but you have to take the lead. And there's a situation in your life where you need to do that. Okay, now let's continue with the regular programming here. What is coming next? Let's see. Ooh, beautiful. 2 of Wands, 6 of Cups. Gorgeous. Look at this. This is planning for the future. This is, the Wands are inspiration, okay? And they're expansion. The 2 of Wands says there's a decision coming up. There's a small world in this man's hand. He wants to expand his life, expand his world. So there seems to be a big message for you about making a choice, making a decision to move on, maybe a physical move, right? Maybe leaving a relationship, maybe moving on from a hurt, maybe actually making plans to move, okay? You have the world at your fingertips. Now you know what you want. This is about you planning for your next move and taking action. It's a time of planning the 2 of Wands for your future and your long-term goals. That's about taking that lead again. Then you have the beautiful 6 of Cups under the Ace. Look at this. Here's that cup. There it is. So it started here, right? You had to move on from something sad. The universe brings in this new opportunity after the transformation and change, and you can grow together. Look at that. So now the 5 of Cups are up here. Those 5 here are up at the top of this card, and look what's growing in between you. Oh my God, I love it. And you know, 6s are the Lover's card in the tarot and the major arcana. The 6 of Cups is so beautiful. It's about old memories, revisiting the past. This could be someone or something bringing up sort of a childhood memory or something connected to where you grew up, something that is causing you to maybe go back to your roots, to reconnect with a place that brings you joy. That could be where this trip is going, because look at the 6 of Swords. There's the other 6, but that's blocked at the moment. Okay, there's frustration. There's frustration because you're not taking the lead, right? So the 6 of Cups also gives you this this message of harmony coming up in this new love energy. 6 of Cups is a love. Look at these. There's 2 people, okay? There's a man and a woman with the cup in between, and here's that Ace of Cups. So I definitely see you meeting someone, and it comes right on the heels of the 2 of Wands. So I think it's after some sort of trip, or you meet them on a trip, or you meet them when you move, or they have some sort of connection to childhood or to your past, a place you grew up, or they remind you of that, okay? But it's very beautiful and it makes you feel very good. Yay! Oh my God, I love it. Let's see, now in terms of signs, this person's coming through as a water sign, and Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. I'm feeling Pisces or Cancer. Okay. Clarity. Yep. That's what's coming for you. That stag energy is crystal clear. Fix it. This is about you taking steps, making plans. Okay? If you're feeling blocked, you have to take the lead. There's something that's holding you back right now, but you know, and it's not taking the lead by being aggressive and stuff. That's the Knight of Wands reversed. It's about taking the lead as the Queen of Pentacles. Lined up. Oh my God, this card came in the exact same spot in the previous reading. Everything's lined up today, I'm telling you. Ooh, yes. This is about making plans too, just like the Two of Wands. You've got to start making plans. Ooh, this was a goodie. All right, let's see what messages the astrology has for you. Okay, so we have Scorpio, and Pisces. All right, there's the water signs. You also have the second house, which is money from work, earnings. That's the Queen of Pentacles, North Node. It's your destiny. You have a destined connection coming up. I think it's about a move. It's about something that you need to make plans for, something you may be thinking about, and it could be connected to home or to someone who reminds you of that place. But it's very nurturing, very comforting for you. And there's a lot of water sign energy around this relationship. It could be a new job in that place. It could be someone with those, you know, with water sign energy for sure. That's your reading for today. I hope you enjoyed it. Please be sure to hit subscribe before you leave. Like this video, write your comments below. All those things are free. They really help. And if you want to get your own personal reading for the discounted price, this is it, the final week to get the discount. So I do a 3-card and a 6-card reading. I record it just like this, and you watch it on a private link right here. And all you have to do is use the link in the description box to purchase yours. If you want, you can email me and ask a specific question about love, or you can ask for a general reading and I'll just see what messages come through for you. Takes about a week, okay? Sending you lots of love. I'll talk to you soon. Hi, number 4. You were drawn to the Dragonfly Spirit. Number 22, Truth Transcends Illusion. And this is really a message of encouragement from the universe to pay attention to those kind of hidden messages, right? Sometimes we get so lost in the physical, practical daily life of just being a human on planet Earth that we lose touch with the mystical messages that we get, which are so much more important and powerful. So if you're feeling down, if you're feeling disconnected, it's really saying to you, listen, pay attention. You're going to know that you're on the right track. You know, the dragonfly, when it appears, it's like you see a dragonfly and it catches your attention. And the reason that happens is it's like, you know that there's something more, there's something mystical. There's this connection between all things, not just you and whatever you're doing. So I think that when it comes to love, the Dragonfly Spirit message is asking you to kind of pay attention to those subtle things, those little nudges, those little feelings. That's going to lead you to love in some way if you trust it. Okay, so that's number 4, which is about security and stability. But for me, this is like 211, so it's like the 1111 angel number, which is you're on the right path. And I think that if you're feeling discouraged about love, the universe is sending you a message today to say, don't be discouraged. You're on the right path. You know it. You're just losing connection. Get back to the connections. Get back to paying attention, because the way to love is less complicated than you think. Ooh. I love it. Let's see. What comes through for you today, number 4, about your next boyfriend. Wow. Talk about having a karmic shift. The Wheel of Fortune, boom, upright. You have a major shift and change coming, okay? It's coming. Trust it. It's like the universe has a plan for you. God has a plan for you. It's bigger and better than what you can imagine. Don't get too caught up in the minutia of the struggles that you face as in the daily life. We all do. Sometimes we have to just let go and let things happen. And you have a big shift coming for the positive. You have some sort of good luck coming through. Okay, and it might not come through in the way that you're expecting, anticipating, or wanting. It's like it's just going to come through. Ooh, Page of Swords. Okay, so we have some sort of news coming, some sort of invitation. That's why we have to pay attention. Air sign dragonflies are air sign. The Page of Swords is air sign. Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. They rule communication and... Ooh, okay. So you've got a lot of swords. Let's take a look. A Page of Swords. The Page of Swords is bringing some sort of news, some sort of offer, okay? Now, this could indicate an air sign coming into your life. It can also be a message of... like some sort of project, maybe something that you want to share with other people, maybe your ideas. Maybe there's a shift and change coming for you in the way that you express yourself, because pages are about communication. The pages also, if you look at him, he's looking back at the past, because this direction is the past, but his sword is facing the future, and there's sun there. There's some clouds though, right? So he's cutting through the clouds. So yeah, there's something about you kind of saying goodbye to something in the past and kind of saying, okay, I've learned my lessons. With the 4 here, the 4 is about taking a step back. It's about kind of reflection. It's about rest. It's about recovery. It's about thinking about things, taking a break around some situation, taking time alone to recharge, to release stress before you get going again, meditation. So I think this really plays beautifully into the message of the dragonfly, because it's a 4, first of all, 22, 4. And it's about paying attention. And how do you pay attention? You pay attention when you pause, when you stop, when you meditate. So I feel like there's some sort of good luck, there's some sort of offer, there's some sort of invitation that the universe is giving to you, and it might be coming in a very ethereal way. So just pay attention, and you're going to know. It's going to be different for everyone. And I know this isn't very specific, but it kind of is. Let me see what else we have for you. Yeah, there's definitely a need for you to kind of pause. Maybe try meditation. The answers are coming. 5 of Wands reversed. Okay. Yeah, that's shutting out the noise of other people. If you've been experiencing a lot of conflict, a lot of people chiming in, there's, 5s are a lot of people. It's not just one other person. It tends to be this, situation in your life where, and look at that, a situation in your life where there's a lot of people with a lot of ideas about how to go forward. And so this is definitely giving me this energy of you needing to tune that out. You need to get back to your center. The 2 of Cups reversed shows that yeah. I feel like for some of you, this isn't for everyone, but I feel like for some of you, there's a person who has feelings for you, or you have feelings for, but you've been afraid to express it. Okay, because there's some sort of competition around you, or there's like, you see that they're dating other people, or you think that they have a lot of friends that you're not really sure of, and you just don't want to wade into it. I think now this isn't for everyone, but I think that there's a situation where there's feelings between you, but they're not being expressed for whatever reason. This is about you taking a moment and a pause and deciding what it is that matters most to you, and looking for the signs and the symbols if you should move forward with this connection. Okay, because I do see you moving forward. I see you making plans for the future, and I see you making a big decision coming up that changes your life. And it's about you kind of letting go of the past, of having this major shift. You have the Wheel of Fortune and you have Judgment. The Wheel of Fortune is the 10, Judgment is the 20, 2 10s. That's about major change in your life. Okay, so I think that you are contemplating a big shift, a big change. And I think that there's something in the past that you haven't resolved, because the Page of Swords is looking backwards. You need to sit and rest and think it through. You need to follow the synchronicities. I do, and if you watch me all the time, I don't like past relationships. Not that I don't like them, but if it didn't work, there's a reason. And normally, if you break up, you get back together and you break up again, whatever. But I'm not going to let my own bias block me from telling you what I feel like this very complicated story is saying to me. There is something that you have to deal with from the past, okay? I know this sounds weird, but I feel like you're going to get some sort of message that you're going to understand, okay? Everybody has their own. For some, it might be a dragonfly. And you'll see a dragonfly and you'll say, okay, today's the day that I'm going to reach out, that I'm going to make contact. You're going to take some time to think about it, right? But there is some energy of a past connection here, whether it's someone that is a friend that you want to make more than a friend, or there's something about feelings between the two of you, but it's like, it's time to deal with it, okay? Because Judgment is saying there's something from the past that you haven't resolved or accepted, okay? And it's either like forgive and forget and move on, or a new beginning is coming for you, which is these major shifts. But I don't think it can happen until you deal with whatever this is, okay? I know that's weird and I hate the past stuff, but if that doesn't apply to you, you can listen to another pile, okay? Yeah, look, I just cut the deck and looked inside, and it was the King of Swords. So we have all the sword energy coming through. The King of Swords is generally an Aquarius, but doesn't have to be. But look at all the butterflies of transformation. Swords are about communication and speaking. We have the King looking forward. We have the Page looking backward here. Yeah. I feel like there's some sort of, it could be, hear me out on this one. It could be a past life situation, a past relationship from a previous lifetime. If you don't connect with that or believe in that energy, then it could be, an ex, I hate to say it, or a friend, somebody that you wish you dated. Bottom of the deck, Seven of Swords. A lot of times this is about someone who's a liar, a cheat, but this is also sometimes making a decision to cut your losses and move on from something. We have the 5 swords here. 5s are about that back and forth energy, conflict. 2 swords is making a choice and a decision. And we had the 5 wands. So yeah, I think there's something from the past, an event that happened, something that you haven't resolved yet. There is a message here for you about truth. Truth transcends illusion. Maybe there's a relationship from the past that you have to really sort of take a moment. You have to meditate, contemplate, wait for the answers about what to do before you can plan your future. But I do see a big new beginning for you. Now, if that's a new beginning with this person, I don't know. You're going to have to go through this process to find out. Or a new beginning with someone else once you deal with this. Ooh, this one was complicated. Let's see what the advice is. What is the advice here for number 4? I think obviously the advice is to trust in those symbols and signs. But let's see what the advice is for number 4. Page of Cups reversed. Wow. Page of Cups. Nah. Okay. So I feel like when the page is reversed, as it was, there are some sort of doubts here, some sort of blocks. You're doubting something is true or real, or you're doubting that it can be successful. So, ooh, here we go. There's 2 ways this could play out. Well, there's probably a million ways this could play out, but there's only 2 I can think of. You can think of as many as you want. I feel like this could play out that some of you doubt that you could have this connection with this person that you want. It could be a Pisces, by the way. There was a lot of sword energy, but this is Pisces. So, and also Pisces is past, but whatever. Okay. Some of you feel that you can't have this relationship. There's some sort of competition around you, or you're afraid to express yourself. You have some regrets from the past. You want to move on, but you've never sort of dealt with it. And others of you are not seeing the truth of this person, or you have some doubts about them. But there's definitely some doubts here. It can go either way. And this is also a card about having trouble connecting with your intuition, okay? With the Page of Cups, you can't feel it. Truth transcends illusion, which this card is also about connecting to your intuition. I just feel like there's someone in your life that's difficult to communicate with, okay? They're either immature, or they just have communication issues or blocks. This could be you, it could be this person. And it's time for you to have that chat, okay? I think that's what's coming. And I think the timing you're going to know based on whatever your symbols are. And that, like I said, that's different for everybody. But there is a new beginning coming for you. It can be a new beginning in the way you communicate in relationships. It can be a new beginning with this person. It can be a new beginning once you deal with this person. Alrighty, I'm going to leave it there. That was very complicated. Ooh, Scorpio. There's a water sign. Scorpio can also, on a bad day, be secretive. There's some mystery around it. Aquarius, and the starfish. The starfish is about healing, but also remember I saw the King of Swords, okay? And Aquarius is also about friends and groups. Ooh, this is all coming through. There could be some healing for you with this Aquarius. Labels. Oh, okay. The label part of it can be, are you friends or not? What's the label around this connection? People labeling you, labeling this. Ooh. All right, let's look at the astrology. We have second house, values, money. That could be an issue in this connection. We have Gemini and Mercury, the 2 planets of communication, Page of Swords, talking, Page of Cups reverse, not expressing your emotions. Virgo, both Virgo and Gemini are ruled by Mercury. Talking, communicating, that's what's coming up. The answers are not going to be black and white. They're going to be in the hidden realm. I know this was hard, this was complicated, but who said tarot was like, you know, you can't just type up an answer? So there you go. I can't wait to hear what you have to say about this. Please like this video, subscribe before you leave, and write all your comments below. I definitely want to hear what you have to say about this one. And if you want a private reading, if this actually is really your situation and you're like, oh my God, I need you to help me sort through it. Or if you just have a love question in general, you can get a private reading. I videotape it just like this, 3-card or 6-card. You watch it right here on a private link. And you can ask whatever you'd like or get a general reading. This week is the end of the discount. So if you want the discounted price, go ahead and book it this week. Otherwise, you can always get one next week. It'll just be a little bit more. And you can get one a week after that too. So totally up to you. Sending you lots of love.